Hare Krishna. Welcome back to the series Nimai's Adventures. Today we are reading the chapter 13 Nimai eats all of the offerings of Jagadisa and Hiranya Pandits. Malli had walked around most of Navadvipa by now. As he explored more, he eventually landed in a muddy area by the forest. The little mouse tiptoed carefully to avoid getting muddy and slipping into the brown gloom that surrounded him. Suddenly, he heard a loud thud out of nowhere, and Mully felt a shower of brown mud falling on him. He turned around quickly to discover a large boar rolling around in the mud in a rather comical manner. Despite being a little upset at having got splashed with mud after trying so hard not to, Mully could not help but laugh at the chubby boar, who seemed very determined to cover every clean spot of his body with mud. The boar eventually looked up at the now muddy brown Mully and apologized sincerely. I am so sorry that I splashed you. I didn't even see you there until it was too late. My name is Bhima, with the boar. Everyone knows me as Messy Bhima, and I'm sure you now can tell why. What is your name, little mouse? And what brings you to Navadvipa? My name is Mali, and I am on an adventure to hear about all of Nimai's childhood pastimes. Well, then you've come to the right place. I shall tell you a story about how much Nimai loved prasadam, since I love to eat too. Mali cleaned himself up and sat down to listen. One day, Nimai started to cry very loudly. The ladies in the house tried to sing Hari Hari to console him, but he simply would not stop this time. Everybody became very confused and wondered why Nimai was acting in such a strange way. Finally, in a soft voice, Nimai said, Please go to the house of Jagadisa Pandit and Hiranya Pandit. They are two pure devotees and they have cooked a huge feast for Ekadasi, which I really want to taste. If you get this for me, I will not fuss and cry anymore. Everyone smiled and said, Of course, little Nimai, we will ask the Brahmanas right away. Jagadisa and Hiranya Pandits were very close friends of Jagannatha Mishra, and so they were delighted when they heard little Nimai's request. They prepared to give him many different food items to Nimai for him to enjoy in great excitement. Both the Brahmanas were amazed at how Nimai knew they had cooked a feast for their Gopala deity, even though he was at a different house. They had never seen a child like him before. The two Brahmanas believed that Krishna himself was telling Nimai to say all these interesting things. Jagadisa and Hiranya Pandit stacked up all the clay pots with offerings in a ginormous pile. The stack was so big that they could barely see over the top. Both Brahmanas carried the items to little Nimai's house for him to feast on. Nimai's teary eyes lit up as he saw the prasadam coming his way, and his mouth watered, looking at the delicious preparations. In gleeful excitement, he tried every offering brought, each tasting better than the last. There were different types of sweet kheers, and soft cotton-like milk sweets. There was a range of sabjis prepared, each one being a different shade of the rainbow and having a different flavor. Countless types of juice brimmed to the top of many pots, made with every exotic fruit that existed in Navadvipa. Some foods were soft and chewy, and some were crispy and crunchy, but everything tasted like it had been cooked in the heavens. Everyone in the house sang Hari Hari, while Nimai tasted each item that the Brahmanas had brought for him. Nimai smiled and giggled as he chomped down on the offerings one after the other. Filling his little palms with as much as they could hold, he gathered everyone around him and gave out scoops of prasadam. And just as he promised, Nimai's crying completely stopped, and the house was filled with the joy and the laughter of a very happy and satisfied Nimai. Nimai finished each and every offering that was in the clay pots. In this way, Nimai sweetly grew up and charmed everyone in Nadia. Mali laughed after hearing the pastime, surprised at how much little Nimai could eat. Thank you for telling me such a wonderful pastime, Bhima. I'm feeling hungry myself after hearing that pastime. I surely will not forget this. The boar patted the mouse on the head and then handed him a packet of fruit, unintentionally splashing him with more mud in the process. Mali and Bhima burst out laughing together. This is a small packet of Mahaprasadam from the local temple. It's very special. You can keep it as a snack for your journey, Bhima said kindly. Mali, holding the treasured bag of fruits over his shoulder, thanked Bhima again for all his kindness. And then the two parted ways. Vaikunthanatha ki Jai.
Join us tomorrow to see what Mully the Mouse gets up to.